Okay, today we're going to have a rib competition. My ribs against Dave's ribs. He thinks his are better than mine.
Well, I don't know if mine are better than his, but that's why we're gonna have a rib cook-off.
So it's basically complicated against easy, because mine are easy.
Yeah.
I like things easy. He's a little more complicated. The only difference is I usually do baby back ribs, and these are St. Louis.
Yeah.
Also, we're gonna smoke them on your
Weber.
I've never smoked on a Weber, so I don't know if that gives Dave
We're gonna actually use a rib rack, and we'll go into that tomorrow. So they're gonna be like right next to each other, smoking for the same amount of time up to a point where he decides he wants to pull his, or I'm gonna pull mine, do whatever we're gonna do.
Should you really spend all the extra time to do it the way he does it, or just like do it the easy way like I do it?
All right, so what I got is this lovely rack of St. Louis style ribs. I've already gone ahead and trimmed off some of the excess fat, and what we're gonna do is I'm gonna cut them in half, and I'm gonna let Troy decide what half he wants. I'm gonna cut it right here between these two racks.
I'm gonna take that one over here.
You want that one here?
Yeah, I'll take that.
It's gonna be Troy's. This is gonna be mine.
Basically, I use one spice. Bill's Seasonal.
Where's that from?
San Saba, Texas, home of Tommy Lee Jones. This is where I'm from. You can get it a few other places, like maybe some feed stores around. I don't know. This is the best. If you want to get some, go to billsseasoning.com. They're not a sponsor, but I love this stuff so much that I've been using it on my ribs for 20 years. In chicken, steaks,
One trick pony.
it pretty much does it all. So, here's what I'm gonna do. Just liberally sprinkle it on there. Super liberally, like every nook and cranny, get it in there. Now usually I do this about maybe 2 or 3 hours before I cook them. I think this might be the first, well, maybe I've done it before. Maybe I've done it a day before. Get it on the sides. But I usually do baby back. I haven't done St. Louis in a long time. So get that nice coating on there. Looks good, smells good. And I'm gonna stick this right over here and let Dave go.
This is my rib rub. All purpose pretty much, using on pork butts. This is gonna be like 3 tablespoons brown sugar. Get a tablespoon each of onion powder and garlic powder. Here I've got a tablespoon of paprika, a teaspoon of chipotle chili powder, and then a half a teaspoon of cumin. Cumin can get out of hand, so you don't want to overdo it. And finally, a teaspoon each of salt, kosher salt, and black pepper. Now I'm gonna do something Troy doesn't do. I'm gonna take my rack, I'm gonna pull off the silver skin. So I already got it started here. Good trick.
Yeah, you know, when I do my baby back ribs, I never pull off the skin. It's first of all, it's too complicated.
No, it isn't. Look at how easy
Well,
this is.
yeah, it's easy for you, but it's complicated for me. I don't mind the skin. I like to have that little bit of extra crunch in my ribs.
It's always easier to put these on when your hands are dry. But it still works, all right. All right, I'm gonna use a little bit of, this is Whole Foods regular yellow mustard.
Oh, mustard, huh?
Well, what it does is it really kind of helps.
Helps it stick.
Yeah, it really helps it stick. And I don't know that it really imparts that much flavor to it, but I just want to get a little bit on here. Like Troy, I like to use a lot of rub on these.
No, you can't really over season them.
You probably could, but
I've never had with the Bills. I've never over seasoned it with Bills.
Yeah, let's just get that on there. Try to get it everywhere like he was doing, all the nooks and crannies. What I'm gonna do is throw this over here, and then we're gonna wrap these suckers up.
If you want to see how I do my ribs on my char griller smoker that I have, I'll put a link to that video below, and you can see exactly the way I do my ribs, because tomorrow they'll be done a little bit different than the way I would usually do the ribs. So Dave might have the upper hand when it comes to smoking these ribs because he's doing it the way he does it. So he's smoking my ribs and his ribs the way he smokes ribs. We'll be back tomorrow, actually in a couple of seconds.
See ya. What I got here is, 15, 20 briquettes in the chimney that are cooking. I'm doing a burn down method where I have some old coals and some fresh coals. What I'm gonna do is just pour these over. That's gonna be enough heat, enough coals to cook these ribs. What I got here is a circa 1991 Brinkman rib rack. Built to last. We'll start Troy's off in the back and put mine right next to it. Apples to apples. I'll rotate these about halfway through. Also gonna throw on a few hickory chunks. They got nice and soaked while I was leaving them out here in the rain. Shut that down, close it up, let it rock.
All right, so I'm at Dave's house now. The ribs have been on for how many hours, you think?
They've been on for an hour and 40 minutes, and I rotated them about 25 minutes ago.
Okay.
I actually kind of flipped them over because
You did a flip and rotate? Okay, let's check them out.
So these are going to be Troy's now, and these are mine.
So you can let them go another, what, hour?
Probably an hour.
Hour and a half?
Yeah.
So the ribs have been going for what, a little over 2 hours?
Yep, a little over 2 hours.
A little over 2 hours. Temperature
We're still at about 275.
275. You're smoking on hickory, correct?
Yes.
So I have never smoked on hickory. I always use mesquite.
No, mesquite's not right for ribs. Whatever. But anyways, that's opinion, oak, hickory, whatever. Wood is good.
It's all wood.
We rotated these ribs. I flipped them upside down. These are mine.
Those are mine on this side.
This is yours. This is mine.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do,
So you're gonna wrap yours.
I'm gonna do the wrap.
Okay. I'm not gonna do the wrap because I don't ever wrap my ribs. I just let it go. I just let it go. All right. So one of the judges has showed up, and we've had these on here for about 2.5 hours. So Dave's gonna pull them off, and then we will let them rest for about 10 minutes, and then cut them up, and
Here's Troy's.
we'll see which one's the best.
Looks gorgeous.
Can I take another bite?
Sure. Yeah. Take as many bites as you want.
Is it busted me? I have my answer.
You have your answer? Okay.
I can tell whose is who.
Okay. Troy, will you feed me?
me?
There you go. Okay. Take that one.
Not supposed to get
I don't know.
I think we all.
I told Buddy to let Rowan,
so
but
clear
she was not. She didn't want to.
There you go.
Same one, isn't it? Is this the one I just took a bite off of?
It looked like Andrew
That's the
was
same one.
eating ribs.
Do they taste the same?
They're the same.
You got Corona too. Can you even taste anything?
It smells just not very.
So Dave cut the meat up, as you can tell, in little chunks so we can.
I've got mine.
Got our answer. Okay, good.
Not a whole lot of difference. This one's a little sweeter.
Skinless sausage.
That one's a little
When he makes
salty.
red sausage. So. Did you hear ribs? Did you hear?
Come try it out, Troy.
This one here first. Yeah, I know which one is mine and which one is the best.
All right, Troy was A, mine was B.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that.
That's what I thought.
And here's the tally. 1 for Troy, 1 for me, 2 for me, 2 for Troy, 3 for Troy, 3 for me, 4 for me.
That's
So-
a bunch of bull. That's not even true.
That's it.
You don't know how to count.
B, 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 A, A, A. So,
You won by
Haley,
one.
you picked B.
Yeah, she did.
I'm disappointed in you.
In my defense, whenever you make ribs, I don't eat them because I eat your skinless sausage.
That's true.
Because it's my favorite.
Dusty,
listen, folks, it was neck and neck. It was about as close as it could get. Come on, give it up.
I call it a tie. Yeah, we call it a tie.
So for V, which was Dave's, for me they were just too peppery. Or I felt they were just like kind of like spicy almost, and I personally don't like that.
Yeah, you
And
kind of did
they
seem
were
like they were
more-
spicy. She was like,
They were more like peppery and spicy, other than like more like juicy and meaty for me. And then A's tasted pretty good. They were just kind of fat. For me, I thought that B was pretty good, but like A had more flavor to it, and that's why I picked A.
I thought B had more flavor.
No, B had different taste buds.
Maybe my
B
palate
is more B is more like peppery.
B
That's
had
not
more flavor,
flavor.
but I think I'm just so used to my dad's that I can just like pick it out.
You knew which one was mine and you wanted to vote against me.
No, it wasn't in
You're
spite
a
of you.
horrible
You're not
daughter.
going out tonight now.
Yeah, give me your keys.
You told it's over.
Just bleep the name out.
Bottom line, our ribs will beat any barbecue place anywhere around here
I gotta agree.
for sure.
Oh, sorry, I'm cutting up ribs.
Your
sure.
ribs took longer to prepare.
Yeah.
Were a little more complicated than mine.
Yep.
So
But they cook the same amount of time.
they cooked the same amount of time, but like mine were way easier to make. So I think if you take that into consideration, I won. He's eating everybody's leftovers.